HDFC Bank last week to Z this week, many stocks have seen their biggest single-day fall since COVID. Nimesh actually put together some very interesting data. Nimesh, what's the key learning from all of this?
I'll go to the wall and explain. But Sonia, this was a month when we saw three large liquid names seeing big accidents, right? Polycab 20% down, Z down 32%. HDFC Bank we all spoke about, that was down to more than 10%. So let me just go to the wall. The history will give you an answer on what needs to be done when there is a big single day fall in individual stocks. I've just looked at the data. I've looked at the selection criteria is BSE 500 stocks. I've looked at the criteria which includes disappointing earnings, corporate governance issues, or for that matter, there is an event-driven event in a particular stock. That's been the large criteria. Now, as I said, right, this month, we've seen three big, accidents, so to speak, in the stock market. The first one was Z Entertainment, fresh to our memories. In single day, the stock was down 32%. HDFC Bank on disappointing numbers saw more than a 10% fall in a single day. In Polycab on that IT rate, that was on 20% in a single day. So I've just classified all the 10 stocks of the last, say, 2 years into different categories. One is the earnings impact category. Second is corporate governance issues. Third is the event-driven names, the likes of Z Entertainment and Adani Group stocks. And the fourth one is new age companies, the likes of Zomato and Paytm. Now look at individual names as we speak on their impact. The first stock is Z Entertainment, fresh to the memory. We saw 32% fall in a single day. We all know the reason, because of the Sony merger getting terminated. Now we need to see what happens after the event in a year's time and event till date. Of course, it's a fresh event, so we don't have much of an history. But the stock has recovered a bit, but we need to see how things pan out as far as Z Entertainment is concerned. Now let's look at the other stocks. Same time last year, we saw the big Adani Hindenburg saga, and on a single day, all the Adani Group stocks were down. I've just taken Adani Enterprise as an example. 28% down in a single day, but after that, in a year's time, the stock has recovered 35%. Of course, it's a one-year history, so even to date also, the stock is up 35%. But look at other names now. Paytm, on the day of the listing, that stock ended almost 27% lower. Of course, higher valuation was a big concern there. 1 year after that event, the stock is down 65%. And even till date, in the last 790 days, the stock is still down 15% from the listing price. So that's been a bit of a niggling stock. RBL Bank, in June 2022, we saw a big reaction. On a single day, the stock was down 22%, largely on back of RBI to come and appoint a new MD and CEO. But in 1 year after that event, the stock is up 105%. And since the event date up till now, the stock is up almost 2 times. It's gained nearly 196% in the last 600 odd days. So that's RBL Bank. The next stock is Polycab. Again, fresh to the memory. It's a this month story. On a single day, the stock is down 21% on the reports of that IT rates. Even to date, the stock has recovered a bit from the lows, but we need to see how that pans out over the next 1 year or so. The next stock on the list is going to be Vedanta. This is interesting. On October 2020, the stock was down 20% down circuit because the delisting got rejected. That time the stock was just 88 rupees. After that, in a year's time, that stock rallied 225%, and even to date, the stock is still up 176%. That is Vedanta, which was down on a single day 20%. Now, Gland Pharma, that's an earnings impact. On a single day, that stock was down 20% on May 2023. But after that, in the last, say, 8 odd months, the stock has recovered almost 80 odd %. Similar is the case with a couple of other, earning disappointments. Amber Enterprises, down 20% in a single day after the earnings in May 2022. But after that, the stock has recovered almost 40 odd % in the last 1 year or so. That's Amber Enterprises. Even a couple of other names which saw on earnings disappointment. Tanla Solutions, again down 20% post earnings. But after that, in a year's time, the stock is up 70%. And even to date, the stock has nearly recovered almost 45%. Similar is the case with Zomato as well. These are all new. This was a time when new age technologies fell sharply. On a single day, Zomato was down 19-20 odd %. And after that, even till date, like in the last 730 days, the stock has almost recovered 50 odd % from the lows. So the key message from the history, if you look at single day correction, is if there's an intrinsic value, stocks do bounce back and they give handsome returns. But we need to be very careful on what you're buying and what is the intrinsic value for those stocks.
Okay.
Thank you for watching CNBC TV 18. For all the latest news and updates, do follow us on our social media platforms.